You know that moment in a K-drama, right? The music gets tense, the camera zooms in, and someone unleashes a line that's just packed with emotion. Well, today, we're going to pull apart one of the absolute best phrases for those confrontations. 을 셈이야. Let's get into it. Just listen to that. 나를 속일 셈이야? It's the classic sound of betrayal. See, this isn't just asking, are you going to deceive me? No. It is dripping with so much more feeling than that. So what is it that gives this phrase its extra punch? And that really is the key, isn't it? On the surface, it looks like a simple question about a plan, but the feeling behind it is so much bigger. It's got this mix of disapproval, frustration, maybe even total disbelief. You're not just asking a question, you're throwing down a challenge. To really get why, we need to do a little unpacking. The secret to this phrase's entire confrontational vibe, it all comes down to one tiny little syllable, 셈. Okay, let's break down a super common example. 언제까지 잘 셈이야, which means how long do you intend to sleep? So you've got 언제까지 for until when, and 잘, which comes from the verb 자다, to sleep, and then there's our core pattern, 셈이야. When you put it all together, you're pretty much saying, so what's the plan here? To sleep forever? It implies they should probably get up, like right now. And here it is, the big secret. The word sem actually comes from the word for counting or calculation. So when you ask are semia, you are literally asking, is that your calculation? Is that the final plan you've worked out? And that's what makes it so powerful. You're not just asking about what they're going to do. You're questioning their judgment, the very logic behind their plan. So now that we're in on the secret meaning of sim, building the actual grammar pattern is, believe it or not, incredibly easy. Let's take a look at how it works so you can start using it yourself. It really boils down to two main rules. If your verb stem ends in a vowel, like 가다 for to go, you just tack on 르셈이야, so it becomes 가이셈이야. And if the verb stem ends in a consonant, like 먹다, to eat, you just add 으르셈이야 to get 먹으르셈이야. That's it. Pretty straightforward, right? And of course, there's always one little special case to keep in mind, right? For verbs whose stem already ends in that real consonant, like 만들다, to make, you just treat it like it ends in a vowel. You just drop the da at the end and add semia directly. So 만들다 becomes 만들셈이야. Easy. Okay, so you've got the grammar rules down pat, but honestly, using this phrase correctly is all about the vibe. This next part is absolutely crucial for understanding the real emotional weight behind what you're saying. Just look at this comparison. If you ask, 갈 거야? It's a totally neutral, simple question. Are you going? But if you ask, 갈 셈이야? Oh, everything changes. Now you're asking, do you really intend to go? It implies you don't think they should. It's way more confrontational. Okay, theory's one thing, but practice is really where it all starts to click. So let's run through a few scenarios to help you really make this powerful pattern your own. Ooh, this is a great one. Imagine you're confronting someone who is obviously trying to avoid a subject. You could hit them with, 계속 모른 척할 셈이야? This question just cuts right through all that pretending and directly challenges their plan to play dumb. All right, here's a much more casual example. Let's say you see your friend with a gigantic plate of food. You could say, 그거 다 먹을 셈이야? It can be kind of a playful joke, but it still has that core feeling of, wow, is that really your plan? Now, this one is so versatile. Depending on your tone, 포기할 셈이야 could be a sharp accusation like, are you really just planning to quit on us? Or you could say it differently and turn it into a fiery challenge meant to motivate someone to keep fighting. It's all about the context and how you say it. All right, your turn. Let's say your friend is about to make a questionable financial decision. The verb for to waste is 낭비하다. How would you ask them, do you intend to waste your money? Take a second to think. You got it. It's 돈을 낭비할 셈이야. Since the verb 낭비하다 ends in a vowel sound, you just add 를 셈이야. You're directly questioning the calculation behind their choice. Okay, next one. Imagine it's only, say, 2 in the afternoon, but your coworker is already packing up their bag. The verb for to leave work is 퇴근하다. How would you ask them what their plan is using the polite form? You'd say 벌써 퇴근할 셈이에요? Or, if you're close friends, you could say 벌써 퇴근할 셈이야? Again, because 퇴근하다 ends with that vowel sound, you add 리을 셈이야 or 리을 셈이에요. Perfect. Okay, one final check on the nuance. This is the most important part. A mother sees her child playing video games instead of studying and asks, "숙제 안 할 셈이야?" What is she really feeling here? Is she A, just curious about their schedule for the evening? Or is she B, annoyed and wants them to get started on their homework immediately? The answer is B, 100%. By using semia, she's showing that she sees exactly what's happening or what's not happening, and she is challenging their plan to play games instead. It's basically a command to get to work, but it's cleverly disguised as a frustrated question. And there you have it. You now have the grammar, the meaning, and the confrontational vibe of semia in your toolkit. It is a very powerful phrase, perfect for those high drama moments. So I guess the only question left is, when are you going to use it first?